we see him more often? What's the real reason behind Sir's absence from the spotlight? Well, today we're going to dive into that mystery, and by the end, you might have a better idea of what's going on. So make sure you stick around. Now, there's a lot of speculation about why Sir doesn't appear much in public, and one theory that's been circulating is that Sir might have a medical condition. Some online fans have pointed out signs they believe suggest Sir could be autistic, things like hand flapping, staring at lights, or repetitive movements. However, it's important to note that neither Beyoncé nor Jay-Z has officially confirmed any health condition. A lot of this comes from fans' own observations and theories. But here's what we do know. Beyoncé's pregnancy with Sir and Rumi was incredibly difficult. She shared how tough it was, saying it was one of the hardest experiences of her life. She even gained over 200 pounds during her pregnancy and developed high blood pressure. There was also a very scary moment during labor when one of the twins' heartbeats stopped and an emergency C-section had to be performed. While Beyoncé never said which twin had complications, many people have speculated it was Sir. That could be one reason why we don't see him as much, but again, we don't have official confirmation on any of that. Now, if you're wondering why we see Rumi more than Sir, it could be because she just seems more comfortable in the public eye. Rumi has even modelled for her mum's Ivy Park brand alongside Blue. And then there's Blue Ivy, who's practically a superstar in her own right. She's already won major awards like a BET Award and even a Grammy. We've seen her perform with Beyoncé at the 2023 Dubai performance, and she's also been part of the Renaissance World Tour. But Sir, we've barely seen him. So why is that? Beyoncé's mom, Tina Knowles, actually addressed this in an interview and said that Sir is a lot more laid back and quieter than his sisters. Tina mentioned that Sir is just not into the spotlight. In fact, she said he's more focused on number stuff, which probably means he's more into things like math or other quiet activities. He's just not as interested in the fashion scene or big public events, which is what we see a lot with Blue and Rumi. And you know what? This actually makes sense when we look at what Beyoncé and Jay-Z have said about their kids. They've both talked about wanting to give their children as normal of a childhood as possible. Beyoncé herself has said she works hard to maintain boundaries, and she's done everything she can to keep her kids out of the public eye. For example, she specifically chose private schools for Blue so that she could have a more typical childhood and be away from the media's attention. Jay-Z has also spoken about how he tries to prioritize family time. In an interview, he said that time with his kids is the most valuable thing in the world. He emphasized how important it is to spend quality time with them and be present for their growth. And it sounds like Sir prefers just that, a quieter, more private life. So, is there something more to Sir's absence? Or is he just a quiet, chill kid who prefers to stay out of the spotlight? It's possible it's just that simple. Sir has always been described as a bit more reserved. And while people speculate about his health, it could just be that he's content with keeping to himself and staying out of the public eye. Beyoncé even hinted at this in her song My Rose from her Cowboy Carter album. In the lyrics, she sings about loving yourself, flaws and all. It almost feels like she's singing about Sir, reminding him and everyone else to embrace their uniqueness, no matter what. Some people think the only reason we want to see Sir more is so we can confirm there's something wrong with him. It's kind of sad when you think about it like that. But honestly, is it our business? Shouldn't we respect the fact that Beyoncé and Jay-Z are just trying to protect their son's privacy? Maybe it's not about there being something wrong, but rather about Sir simply being a kid who enjoys a quieter life away from the cameras. So, what do you think? Do you believe that Beyoncé and Jay-Z are just keeping Sir away from the spotlight because that's his preference? Or do you think there's something more going on? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.